Aida, mahidoi, yo. Sicher, auf Shabbos, Parshas Beraishis, Isru Chag. Shmini Atzer, Simchas Teire, Tavshon on Aleph. Rebbe speaking about, a bit about Arinin of Mifratz Aparsi, the go for, Chlal, the Kufa that we're in now. This whole Moshaish that people are thinking about, Eretz Yisrael, different Teuchniyos. There's Eibishter, was vierte Welt, Yeshdin, Yeshdayin. And people have to know that we can nicht legen andere Jiden in Zakonas Nafashis, Shvichas Dom, Chmana Letzlan, Hoyle Yisiyah, Atidach Peh, and whatever the Lashainis you want to use. And the Eis Dal, the Msturis Ga'ula, with Kufa Zeinu, Zeh, in our time, we see great, wondrous Nissim v'niflois, Adle niflois gedelos, Leirak beifen lois and niflois gedelos levade. Not only is it a knife of ein balanes market benisoi, ein balanes market benisoi. It's not only shein balanes market benisoi. There's different ways, different ideas of nis. There's Nissim that even the balanes, it's only levadi, the Gabi the Eibishter, he knows, he sees the nest that he did. A person could be walking on the street and I don't know, lightning mamish right behind him and he feels how he was saved. So he has this idea of Oisin Eflois. He feels levadi. It's not only the Eibishter, he feels himself. But there's ideas of ein balanes makir b'nisei. That if it would be, let's say, a bullet would fly right behind his head, and in a half a centimeter, it didn't hit him. He didn't even know. He continued walking, and only somebody else sees, whatever it may be. So the Rebbe says it's not only in a way that it's the Oisin influence, the Levade, only the Gabi the Eibush there, but we also see it, and the world sees. And the Gam from Goli. Le'ein kol מעין ודוגמה והכנה ודוגמה שהכנה לנסים ונפלויס לגאולה העתידה לבוא. So in מעין and הכנה to the גאולה העתידה לבוא. Teichef v'miad. Like it says, there are a great נסים ונפלויס that are מעין and a dogma, a preparation and a taste of the gula, the נסים that are going to happen when Messiah comes. So the dogma. The Rebbe says, for example, Medina is Gedola is Chazaka is Hilchim Mishtanim Sidre Hashiltain Hamishter Latayv. The big and the great and the strong countries are changing over their Shiltain, the Reichmem Shalah and all the right word you want to use, the superpowers and the people that are running the Shiltain, the people that are running the countries. Tzadik v'yashar, they're changing it over to the better, like it says, Tzadik v'yashar, מעין ודוגמה והכנה לתיקון ושלמות העולם בימי משיח, a מעין, a taste and a beginning of what's going to be lost of love, that everything is going to turn over for the good, for the better, for every single person in this world. Keilul b'negea b'nei Yisrael, including the Anyanim which are negea to b'nei Yisrael, Nesinas chayfish v'chol hakasher l'nei yadus, especially to the Yidden, that they have the freedom of the keeping Yiddishkeit, the Iron Curtain fell. Teire mitzvahs adlitz yasem shalmeis alfa Yehudim l'cheirus. Mein v'dugma v'chana l'kibus galiyus b'v'chinas te'emach zachu b'meis Messiah. The idea that they free Yidden, they could go to Eretz Yisrael, to different places, to be free Yidden, not frei Yidden, but free, to have a idea of serving the Eibishter in an open way, not hiding, not being afraid for Mesiras Nefesh. The Mesiras Nefesh, not too long ago, Tavshanun, before the Iron Curtain, Chanukah, Nunalif, before the Iron Curtain fell, the Mesiras Nefesh was Pasha Begashis, but now the Mesiras Nefesh is to live and be a Yid. Begoli, open with the Breitkeit, with the Goyin Yaakov, and Eifen from the Chatchila Ribbe. V'oides, the Nyonim that happen, the wonders that happen by Mifratz Aparsi, to go for Ga'ula, it is also a simon. It's the beginning of the Ga'ula commandment. Azal and Ga'el, the Malchus Mizgaris, like the Rebbe brought down a few times from the Yalkut that somebody put on the wall, in the back wall of 770. So the Rebbe mentioned this idea of Mifratz Aparsi, that there's going to be this Milchamis of Aram and Paras, Mizgarim Zubazu, Mifrat Yisrael Melech Paras, the Koy. When the Rebbe says, it brings down from the Yalkut, it says Melech Paras, the Koi Bepashtus, the Rebbe says Al Shilton Shukul Iraq, which is going on in Iraq. His God is B'melech Aravi V'chulu U'Misa'edim Misarashim Misban V'chulu, that they're fighting with Aravi, and all the people are getting overwhelmed and getting afraid. Chulu. The Yisrael tells the Yidden, Altiro, don't be afraid, ga'oltchem, the time of your redemption has arrived. The Yibshir is telling us, no, let's go. And he finishes off with the Yalkut, and he says, at the time that Melech HaMashiach he stands on the rooftop of Beis HaMikdash, and he gives out this call, and he lets people know, humble ones, the time of your redemption has arrived. Time of your redemption has arrived. So tak is zayin. On the other hand, Asro Shivim umeis, the G'arshu G'oyim Heigu. Litoin, the Yisrael, Lstim, Chulon, on the other side, you have some people in the United Nations, other people, other places, people gathered together and they said, Lstim, and we stole the Eretz. Not only Azza and Shemirin, also they're complaining on Yerushalayim, Irabire, the headquarters of Eretz Yisrael, Kiryas Chana David, Bo, Bishosh, Akel Yodim, Sachuva, Lataina Zoom, Fureshes, Betchilazet, Behat Cholas, Pirosh Rash, Alateira, Kol, Aretz, Shalakadish Baruch Hu, Bara, and the son of Asher, Yoshavino, son of Lanu. We know that the Befedish answer to all these people that come tiny and say that we stole their land, which is sheker because of it's a lie. They could go anywhere else in the world, and they have all the places around, and they're fighting Dafka on this little Eretz Yisrael, which the Eibishter that ever brings down from the beginning of Torah and the Rashi, that the Goyim are going to come and tie the list of Matim, but the Eibishter knows, and the Eibishter tells the Yidden, tells us to tell the people that the Eibishter decided, Be'einav HaYoshar, he decided to give it to Be'einav the son of Allah. He gave it to us. The Eibishter decided to do it however he wishes in his eyes, and he decided to give it to Yidden. The Marba Appellant, the Rebbe says, a great wonder. It's a wonder that it was also in the nations that are B'derech Klal in general here for the benefit and the ones that actually want to help and to do what's right. Like you find also in this idea by the Gulf War that they wanted to do this idea the right way, the right thing that's supposed to be, and to stop this idea of stealing one from another, from one country and another country. Also in this idea of wanting to do the tzedek v'yosher, that people shouldn't steal one from another, we see how they didn't respect and act the way it was supposed to, especially to the Yidden, especially to the Yiddish people. And these are the people that are screaming the whole time, let's do what's right, let's do what's supposed to be done, let's not steal. The Rebbe says that Shleimar by the Rebbe, Yishleimar by Chassid is Avadai. The Asbor, this is Shema Oira, Biltirat, Ira Dafke, Betkufa Shabara, Nessim Gluim. It's Dafke in the time that we see great Nessim. Al Derech Amr Le'el. Like we mentioned, the whole idea of oilam comes from the word helem, which is the idea of covering over the Eibishter darkness. And only after the darkness and through the darkness comes a greater aid. The greater the darkness is, the greater the light is at the end of the tunnel. Moving from this is understood. Came and says, you see my cousin, all this thing that the people are lying and telling us that all the sheker because all the lies and all the things that they're saying about Eretz Yisrael, the Hemshech HaPasuk is rik, it's foolish, it's nothing, it's spit, it's saliva, it's garnish, it's nothing. Kol, רגשו, it's larik, all these inyanim is larik. Kevan, Sheyesh, Shemayi, Mislak, Abayi, Lag Lamai, לכן נעים בני ישראל בכל התיכף בכל הקשר לשלמות של ארץ ישראל והלך אז כמה וכמה נגיע לירושלים ואודם של כל הארץ. Shall HaKadosh Baruch Hu Baram the Son of Allah, that we know that we have the Eibusher which is looking over on top of us and he's laughing at the Goyim, and whatever the Eibusher decides is going to happen, and we know that everything the people say is nothing. Eretz Yisrael, the whole entire Eretz Yisrael, the whole world, Bezrat Hashem is going to turn into Eretz Yisrael. Where does it belong and who does it belong to? To us, to Yidden, and all the Yidden are going to come when we ma'achid in Eretz Yisrael, and Asid Eretz Yisrael shetispashek v'chol haratis. Shloimah, the Rebbe says, you say to him, not only that, even more than this, in the Rizhu, Gojim, Lumiyegu, Gufuhumi, Simon, that this davka that they're laughing at us and saying we stole Eretz Yisrael and Yerushalayim, the Rebbe says, it's a Simon, Agula, and the Rebbe puts it in bold. Rashi, like Rashi writes down, Rabbi Seinu Darshu, that the Chacham Darshan, they learned this Indian, Shel Melech HaMashiach, Al Melech HaMashiach. This Indian, the Rebbe says, is learned davka on who? On the Melech HaMashiach. The Rebbe brings it down. It's an Indian Zeh Melech HaMashiach from the Medrash Tilim and Yalkut Shemaini on the Pasuk. The Rebbe brings down it's a befedish simin on the Melech HaMashiach. On Takos Zayin Tekev Miyad Mamish.